the Mayans, the Aborigines of Australia. You know, this was their belief. The Hindus, of course, you know, they all believed that we lived in an enclosed system with the sun, the moon, and the stars all within this enclosure. And we say that they were just unscientific and didn't know anything. That's these are the people that built Göbekli Tepe, Machu Picchu, the Great Pyramids. Trust me, they knew a lot more than what we give them credit for. They were much smarter than us, much more in tune with, you know, the Earth than what we are. They were closer to the source. Okay, the earliest people would have known best what they live in. You know, heliocentrism isn't that old. Other questions I get asked are, why can't we see England from Maine? Well, think about that. Why can't we see England from Maine? First of all, there's a limit to your vision. Okay, how far can you see? I can't see that far. I mean, I wear glasses, but even with my glasses, I still can't see that far. Two, we have atmospheric conditions. Okay, go in your bathroom, turn on the shower on hot water, wait 10 minutes and walk into your bathroom. Tell me what you can see. The atmosphere has gases in it. We can't see through these gases, atmospheric conditions. Go out on the ocean, you know, go driving on a foggy day. You know, you can't see through these thick gases, through this atmosphere. It's common sense. Why are you asking me why you can't see England from Maine? It's a stupid question to ask. Can you see through trees? Can you see through mountains? You know, all of these things, they're in your way. They're in your line of sight. Why can't you see the edge of the earth? Can you see through rain? Can you see through snowfalls? I mean, come on. It's a dumb question. And why doesn't water go off the edge? Well, again, you're bringing in these preconceived notions that there's an edge. Nobody said anything about an edge. Water always finds its level. Water always lies flat. Water has to be contained. So, obviously, the oceans are contained. And we believe, most of us believe, that it's contained due to an ice wall that's about 150 to 200 feet tall that encircles the Earth, okay? So that's what keeps the water in the oceans in. And this has been explored by the Russians, the Americans, the Germans in, you know, the 40s, the 50s, the 60s, and I think early 70s was the last mission to Antarctica. I'm not sure about that one. But we don't know what they found there during, you know, Admiral Byrd's adventures, Operation Deep Freeze, Operation High Jump. But we know that after their exploration, the Antarctic Treaty was signed and all the nations of the world agreed on it. And that treaty still stands today. It's the longest standing treaty that we've ever had. You cannot go explore Antarctica. Okay, Antarctica is locked down by the world governments. You can't go there. So where's the edge? I don't know where it is. I'm not allowed to go there. I'm not allowed to go explore the edge. Believe me, if I could go to Antarctica and go past the ice wall and find the barrier, if there is one, whatever that barrier may be, if it's an electromagnetic barrier, if it's a solid dome barrier, I would love to go explore this. But we're not allowed to because we would know the truth then, okay? And how high is this barrier, this dome that we're under? I don't know, but I can tell you that during the 1970s, the Russians and the Americans launched missiles into the air, and the missiles went so high, and then they exploded. They hit the dome, the barrier, and they exploded. And this operation was called Operation Fishbowl, which was part of a bigger operation called Operation Dominic. Now, Dominic in Hebrew means of the Lord, same as Domini, AD, Aras Domini, in the year of our Lord. So if you put them together, you get Operation Fishbowl of the Lord. And the Russians and Americans, they were trying to hit that dome. They were trying to break through it, trying to break that glass ceiling that, you know, Hillary Clinton always talks about. Yeah, you see it referenced in episodes of The Simpsons when they're playing baseball. There's something up there. Even Bill Nye admitted it. Bill Nye has a video out there, and he says there's no leaving this earth. We are in an enclosed system. This is from Bill Nye himself. You know, check it out. It's on YouTube. This is right in your face. It's in the open. I'm not making this stuff up. And it's we know very little. You know, and then you have NASA, okay, which was, I don't know when NASA started. I'm going to say 1959. I mean, that's something that you can Google. Go ahead and Google that one because I don't know myself. But I think 1959 is when NASA began. And look at their missions, the Apollo missions. Apollo, again, we're going back to Apollo, Nimrod, okay, the one world leader. All of the Apollo missions that supposedly went to the moon and landed on the moon, there were 12 astronauts. Obviously, Apollo 13 didn't land on the moon. That was the only one. And Apollo 13 is an occult number. I'm not going to get into the occult, but that's the one that they chose not to land. Anyway, of the missions that did land on the moon, the 6 missions that landed, Apollo 11, 14, 15, 16, and 17 being the last one, all consisted of 2 astronauts each. So 12 astronauts have walked on the moon. 12 astronauts. 12 signs of the zodiac. 12 disciples of Yeshua. Interesting, right? And the Apollo missions, you know, now we have the Orion missions. Orion. Who is Orion? A pagan god, right? Look at every planet. Every planet and the so-called moons are all pagan gods, okay? Every day of the week is named after a pagan god. Sunday is a Sunday. Monday is the moon's day. Tuesday, Mercury, named after Mercury. You know, Wednesday, Marte, named after Mars, god of war. Thursday, Jupiter. Friday, Vendredi, named after Venus. Saturday, named after Saturn. All pagan gods, okay? I mean, that's what modern day scientism is. It's just a continuation of ancient pagan religions, ancient pagan occult practices, okay? It's right in your face. You just gotta look into it. I can't remember what the missions were called before Apollo, but they were also pagan. It's all pagan, okay? Sorry, I'm gonna go back to my notes here. So, curvature, okay? What about the curvature of the Earth? Well, if the best way I can say this is there is no measurable curvature, okay? You can drive across the state of Kentucky, you can drive across the province of Saskatchewan, and they're flat, okay? And the Earth's curvature is supposed to be 8 inches per square mile. And you can figure that out using SOHCAHTOA, you know, sine, cosine, and tangent, and Pythagorean theorem as well. All of those are going to give you 8 inches per mile squared, okay? So there should be a dip of 8 inches every mile. So the first mile, 8 inches, second mile, 16 inches.